You ever stop and think about the true weight of your actions? I'm not just talking about the big, life-changing decisions, but all the small stuff, the little moments that just kind of make up your day. Well, today, we're going to dive into a really profound idea that in the grand scheme of things, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, is ever lost. This one verse, right here, is the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. It paints this incredible picture of a perfect, undeniable balance, a kind of absolute accounting where every single action, no matter how tiny it seems, has its place and its consequence. So let's really dig into what that actually means. So, what does this divine accounting even look like? Well, a lot of people picture it as a scale of justice that is so incredibly sensitive, it can register something as small as the weight of a single atom. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The core idea here totally challenges how we think about what's important, you know? We tend to focus on the big gestures, the grand moments, but this teaching says that the smallest acts are being seen, like through a cosmic magnifying glass. They're recorded and weighed with just as much seriousness. Absolutely nothing goes unnoticed. And this slide just shows it perfectly. It shows how specific that scale really is. On one side, you've got good. Just think about it for a second. A simple smile you give to a stranger. It feels as light as a feather, right? But it has weight. And on the other side, harm. A single hurtful word. Maybe you said it without even thinking. Suddenly, that feels as heavy as a stone. We might just brush these things off as no big deal, but on this divine scale, they all have a real, tangible weight. They all matter. Okay, so that's the big, universal idea. But how does this actually echo in our everyday lives? Let's bring it down to earth and see how it plays out, moment by moment. All right, I want you to just picture this with me. Just a normal day. Maybe you're just walking down the street. It's in these super ordinary moments that this whole concept really comes to life. So you're walking, and you see a piece of trash on the sidewalk. It's a small choice. You bend down, you pick it up, toss it in a bin, and that's it. Nothing happens. The world just keeps on moving. There's no applause, no one says thank you, not a single person even noticed you do it. It feels like an action that just vanished into thin air. But the thing is, according to this teaching, it was seen, it was recorded. That tiny, unseen act of good, it was weighed. And, of course, the exact same logic works for the opposite. A small injustice, a sharp comment you make under your breath, thinking it's insignificant or that no one will really care. Well, that didn't just vanish either. It wasn't lost in all the noise of the world. It was also weighed on that same perfect scale. And this all leads us to the final and maybe the most powerful takeaway from this whole idea. It's a message about memory, perception, and what's ultimately real. I mean, let's be honest, we can forget. Think about all the little good things you've done that you don't even remember anymore, or the careless words you've said and have totally forgotten. Our memories, they're not perfect. They fade, we just forget. And even when things happen right in front of us, people are busy, they're distracted, or they're just not there. The audience for most of our lives is pretty small, right? Most of the time, it's just us. So people may not see. And so this is the crucial point. We might forget, and other people might never see. But there is an awareness that misses nothing. An absolute memory where every single atom's weight of good and of harm is perfectly preserved, perfectly accounted for, forever. Because God forgets nothing. And really, that just leaves us with a pretty simple, personal question to take with us. As you go about your day, in all those small, unnoticed moments, what are you adding to the scale? What was your atom's weight today?